the weight of what I had done.
With that being said,
I heard a frail voice calling to me from down the hallway. I rushed over to where I heard it, and when I opened Lily's door, there she was. She stirred from her sleep, as if she had never disappeared, just as Margaret had promised.
we had one playing on the TV, but we finna get this shit going, man. Also, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Crazy creepypasta story. Crazy creepypasta story. Horrendous, scary stories.
Horrendous?
So slow.
Horrendous.
Thank goodness.
Not just scary.
Monday CRM.
Horrendously scary. Oh, this shit might just get your boy. Hold on.
Featuring Cutwater.
I don't have time for your daydreams. I gotta present this in 30 minutes.
Monday CRM is all about doing stuff.
And featuring my Nick.
Nick.
Being a prison guard isn't easy. You have to
Y'all
maintain control.
We doing a reaction video.
Control of routine, of unpredictable people, of yourself. In a normal prison, there are so many factors to consider. Gang affiliations, smuggling, fights, and occasionally escape attempts. A lot of people think the job is about strength, about control through sheer force. And yeah, maybe in some prisons that works. But not here. I work in a prison that's above a normal
How you feel
prison.
about that?
A place people send things
It's not bad.
that can't go anywhere
It's better than
else.
that fucking...
Things that
Bro,
aren't
cause it's not
supposed to
strong.
exist.
It's not strong for real.
Some of them used to be people to study them. Administration tries to classify them. But at the end of the day, we're all just keeping them locked up and hoping that's enough. My job is to make sure the vault stays closed. And I do this through a strict routine and following my guidelines to the letter. When you get started here, there's one prisoner that every new person gets assigned.
That Nick
A
feels so
phaser.
good.
Peeking
That Nick
into his
feels
cell,
so good,
you'll
bro.
see a man, mid-40s, looking ordinary as ever. However, periodically, he will flash with a bright light and blink to another section of the cell. He was caught toying with teleportation technology, and from the lack of usage in this facility, I can imagine it's still far from being perfected. He's a reminder of the consequences of dabbling too much into the unknown. It would be oddly relaxing to watch if it wasn't for the horrific screaming during and after he blinks, though sometimes it's just muffled sobs when he's exhausted. So it's not too bad to watch then. Sometimes he's lucky and he doesn't blink for a few hours or even a day.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Non-stop. With how unpredictable and unstable he is, sometimes he just disappears. The empty cell will alert us if he's gone too long and someone is sent to investigate. He never actually leaves the cell. Not once has he ever teleported out of the room, let alone the facility. Whatever they line the walls with is effective. However, it's what we do that is observed. When I was alerted, I waited outside and observed, noting down any anomalies until he blinked back. But some of the more proactive new recruits, ones looking to prove themselves, rush in, armed and ready. The lucky ones get the scare of their lives, and the man blinks back in with a sudden flash, scaring the hell out of the green recruit. Wherever the phaser goes, whatever he sees must be horrifying. I would have thought he simply blinked forward in time, delaying when he appears to us in the facility. But the look in his eyes after a delayed blink tells 1,000 stories, ones which he will never share. The unfortunate outcome is when a guard stands where he appears. Without fail, contact with a blinking entity, even if just brushing his arm as he blinks back, always favors the one who blinks.
Sorry, guys. I have to answer a quick question because it is a general question. How to be mod, you just have to stay, share the live, show some support. We have to hit a goal. We at 17 thumbs up. Let's at least get to 30. If we could get to 50, that'll be great, but we got to keep it going. Everybody not hitting that thumbs up. So push that. Push it. Push it. Push the word. Push the word. Push the word. And you'll be a mod. I got you. See, like this new person right here? Make sure that you like the live. Like the live, bro. Alright, mates. I'm gonna call you Mac. You're gonna be a moderator right now. And so if anybody starts spamming like this and they don't like the live, get them out of here. Don't do too much. Hey, how you doing? Make sure y'all like the live, comment, subscribe. Let's hit some up. Yes, you can draw me something. But like the live first. Like the live first. Like the live and subscribe first. What's up, 7 people? What's going on? Y'all up late, but early. But we're doing a reaction video. My boy Trey right here.
What's good, late night crew?
We're doing our reaction video, so we have to lock in. Yes, draw stuff. But like the video, because you didn't like the video, bro, so like the video.
Fuck with us, bro.
The guard simply bursts into a huge red mist. Since getting clean is
Damn, so if you
inside
touch
is
that nigga, you gone.
impossibility,
Oh,
Phaser
shit.
has to clean it up. Looking back, this all feels
Yes.
like a test to see if a guard is ready to handle the oddities contained here. A litmus
This shit is
test
good,
for
though.
new recruits. Being too passive can lead to catastrophe. Being too proactive
like
can
the
also
live.
lead to catastrophe. Sometimes even the middle ground can be detrimental. You're tested every day with your split-second decision-making skills, and it feels like this is how they gauge us on our response. The phaser is one of many prisoners dangerous by circumstance, a repercussion of dabbling too far into untreaded waters and being eternally punished. However, some prisoners are dangerous by choice. In society, we've heard of people pushing themselves into great feats. Archers who can hit a bullseye, then split that arrow with a second one. Lifters geared to the max, hauling weight that matches large vehicles. But what if someone took it further? Prisoner X has a laundry list of protocols.
Oh, for sure.
To
Like the
simplify
live.
it, he essentially
Like
turned
the
his
live,
body
yeah.
into a living weapon. Chemical, biological, technological, mentally.
We should at least be at 20 likes by now.
Into every extreme to make himself the
We
most
three
dangerous
likes
person
off. Come on.
alive. Through multiple surgeries, the scientists here have removed a large portion of his internal weapons and contingencies. However, he still has many that simply cannot be undone. His skin is nigh unbreakable, hardened through means which our scientists are still trying to figure out. Prisoners often have a running theme of not talking, so there's still a lot unknown to us. But this makes him resistant to tasers and fire. Our go-to for
Would you
prisoner
work at this place?
subjugation.
Here?
Yeah.
No.
Instead, we have to periodically drill a small hole into his neck. Not an easy feat with how thick his skin actually is. And put on a collar with a reinforced syringe filled with enough
William,
sedatives to
we'll
put
give you all
down
the
an
advice.
elephant.
Like the live. Y'all like the
However,
live. Let's get to
We
20.
still
Come on.
need bodies
Come
to
on.
escort him from his cell to where he needs to be. To say he's resistant to authority is an
Back.
understatement.
Tell them like the live. Don't say everyone
One time,
like. Say
he tried
like
to
the
make a
live.
break for it.
Appreciate
He
it.
waited for the
I appreciate
cusp of when
everybody.
he
Thank
needed
you. Thank you.
re-drilling.
Just like the live.
His
Let's
skin
get it to
hardened
20.
for his neck to resist the needle.
What's up,
just
Skull
enough
Cops?
for
Like the
him to
live. Like
knock
the
it
live.
away.
Yeah, yeah. One more.
Head down, just tackling the wall to
Let's
alter
get
its
to
angle.
30 to
It
50.
took almost 3 full squads to finally subdue him.
We're almost at 20.
Despite
We have
his
19
arms
likes. Let's
internally
go.
being
Come
bound,
on.
he was still proficient in killing in many other ways. I was fortunately on a different shift, but the deaths upped his security and increased how often he was drilled.
Oh, hell no.
Luckily,
Nice. Let's
not all
push. Let's get
prisoners
10
are
more. Let's
strictly
get our
evil.
likes up.
Some
Like,
are
comment,
here for
subscribe.
being
Thank you,
too
everybody. Now we're going
aspirational.
to take the poll down
One man
and
sits
add
in a
another
cell,
one soon.
low security and minimal luxuries, which is a lot compared to the many others' living conditions here. We call him the Tinkerer because
Shout out
the
to everybody.
self-imposed title of Technomancer was too ridiculous
Yes,
for us
Jesus
to
is coming
use.
soon.
At first, he was a menace. Nothing too threatening, but he would tinker with anything he could get his hands on. Guards found their comms missing from their belt, only to have a strange signal beam out to everyone's radios. Our PDAs would have strange bugs, only to find a signal was sent to disrupt them. Though there were many anomalies on a near constant basis, some potentially catastrophic, when it fell into the category of technology shenanigans, it was easy to know who the culprit was.
Wait, this yours?
Often we'd storm up to his cell, subdue him and search the area, and each time we'd find a makeshift array he'd made with the scraps he'd found, and destroy it. Giggles coming between his grunts as a guard held him down. Something we noticed though, was that when he did play with his tech, periodically, we'd bring in a broken piece of technology, a laptop, tablet, phone, etc. Obviously, we'd remove anything that could cause issue, parts that could access the internet, or simply remove a key item like the CPU. From here, we'd bring it to him under the guise that we wanted it fixed, and he'd tinker with it for days, sometimes weeks. When he'd finish, we'd search his room in case he held any parts, often finding them, and unbeknownst to him, destroy it all. We once booted up a fixed laptop he'd given us, adding back in the CPU and battery, only for it to be an almost completely different device, set up for functions we couldn't even comprehend. The brainchild of the
Only the
madman of
creator could do a
technology.
poll.
But we kept up this routine,
What do you want me to
because
poll?
doing this satiated him.
Hold on, I need to lock into my live, guys. Like, I'm kind of defeating the purpose of doing a live, you know? I mean, a reaction video. But you guys like the video, I'm going to drop a poll, and my moderators, I need you to say exactly what I've been saying. I've been saying like it, like the live, like the live. Be my voice.
Just spam like and subscribe. Like the live and subscribe. Like the live and subscribe.
Also, the poll is going to be to my other channel, my real estate YouTube. Direct people to subscribe to that channel. We need 50 subscribers there in order to actually go live. Let's get it going, guys. No more distractions. Mac, lock in for your boy. Spam that and tell everybody who comes in here new to like, comment, and subscribe. Mac, go subscribe to this channel. You could leave and come back, go subscribe to that channel. But tell everybody like the live, like the live, like the live. Let's get it to 30 to 50.
This wasn't on any of the books.
Because people
We guards often found our own means, through on-ground observation, to come up with makeshift routines to make our lives easier. However, one guard didn't get the full memo. He saw the Tinkerer as the guy that fixes things, and brought him his phone that wasn't turning on. Despite the facility being deep underground, jammed up to the max for any outward signal by location and technology, within hours, a nuclear code was sent and almost worked in setting off multiple missiles. A nuclear warning was even sent out in Hawaii, which outwardly was reported as a false flag. But we were close to a real catastrophe. The guard was swiftly dealt with, and the tinkerer was banned from fixing tech
This
for
guy.
months.
The mouthwash swig in the fucking.
He wasn't unhappy with it, just linked together in complicated ways, and a bulking machine mostly destroyed. Due to him not being able to cooperate in any sort of questioning, it was up to the investigation team to piece together what happened. And boy, did they find a strange story. Through logs on his computer, they discovered that he had, in fact, found the first legitimate means to travel back in time. Very illegal. We have a few prisoners detained for even attempting to start that project. But he might have succeeded. Somehow he cracked the code and put together the haphazard machine that lay destroyed around him. But it's what he did with it which is possibly the strangest thing I'd ever heard. Instead of going back to make riches, change a mistake in life, alter history in a groundbreaking way, visit a prolific historical figure, or hell, see the dinosaurs, he instead went back in time to kill his own grandfather.
The fuck?
He was obsessed with the grandfather paradox. It's strange how genius-level intellect has a correlation with absolute insanity. We only know this from going through the logs on his computer. He detailed his plan, and specifically who he was after. One Charles Vernon. We checked the database, and a match was found. Charles Vernon had died in the late 1940s, no record of kids. Which means, if it was his grandfather, he had successfully killed him and stopped a parent from being born, causing him to become a paradox.
Yeah.
However, he didn't simply disappear. Despite all the information we could find, so much more is left a mystery. It's inconclusive whether the state he's currently in is because of the paradox, a side effect of time travel, or self-inflicted after getting the answers he wanted. It's also unknown what happened to the machine, whether it was a one-time use kind of deal, or something he set up so that it could never be used after him. But we're working hard on freeing him. He studied a lot, and
He's gone,
tests
bro.
are
He's
always
gone.
being ran.
Forget
whether
about it.
we
You're
could
cooked.
reverse the condition he's in. Because throughout all the logs, there is nothing on how he built the actual machine. So the scientists are hoping to unfreeze him and prying this information out of him one way or another. The science is above my pay grade. However, I sometimes imagine what could have been done if one went back with ambition. Though someone going back with chaotic intentions could be a terrifying thought. Maybe that's off between different squads. What this means is that duties I've mentioned, which are in my rotation, may infrequently or never show up for other squads. We have no idea how the criteria for this is made, whether it's some inner system of threat level or group-based competency. God knows what kind of demons others deal with, but hopefully I'm in a good rotation. But one duty, which is universal between all groups, is playtime. For this duty, I dressed up in civilian attire, very young-coded, and drove to a town called Smallhaven. Now, the facility is located remote from any civilization, widened enough to create a dynamic functioning town, and tall enough that a realistic skybox could be made. Everyone in the town is an actor, playing their part 24/7, never breaking character, all for one prisoner, a child. She lives with her family, though they are technically actors, knowing that the town isn't real.
What's up, guys? Hey, Jack, if you still here, if you haven't liked the video, comment, subscribe. We're doing a reaction video. Oh no, I already seen it, but I'm not reacting to it. But it's cool. But yeah, guys. Just push the message. Push the message. You know, we got to get to that 30. We're almost there. We are almost there. We got the camcorder on right now. And we got to get this going. Mac. Got to lock in, man. Lock in. Look. I told you I see it. We're live streaming. I mean, we're doing a reaction video and live streaming. So, we have to lock in. Stay locked in. So, let's get it.
They are her biological relations. All in all, she lives the perfect life. Goes to school, plays with friends, visits extended family, which were also moved into the facility town. The reason for her detainment is simple. If she gets mad, she goes nuclear. Not in a hyperbolic way. She has enough internal energy to flatten entire countries. Plural. It's too big of an explosion to contain or isolate. Even if set off remotely from the furthest point of land, dead set in the middle of the largest ocean, the tsunamis would devastate large portions of continents in all directions. We can't get into space without risking hitting levels of stress that would set her off before exiting the atmosphere. So she's stuck in this facility, under the guise of having moved to a nice little town to start fresh. There are contingencies set in place to make sure she never leaves. The outer limits of the town are all abandoned factories or rundown ghettos, all designed psychologically to make them undesirable to go to. Though abandoned might be the wrong term to use, considering how many trained snipers are stationed there around the clock, all armed with long-range sedatives. Even the ghetto spots with no escorts nearby. It was reported that she wasn't trying to make a break for it, but they still implemented a failsafe. She was subdued, and when found by her parents, she was told she fell asleep wandering too far. Luckily, she bought that, and there hasn't been an incident since. She has no idea what is truly going on, and when I was selected for playtime duty, it was my job to check on her. How this duty works can be complicated. With how closed off the town, sometimes her travellers, car having trouble, so stuck in town for a few days. Seeing a new face also keeps up the facade of the town's legitimacy, hiding the fact that it is cut off from any real civilization. My shift, however, was different. This was the first drafted long-term visit, and I was lucky enough to be the first participant. Despite working in a facility in which you're physically tested every day, with some parts covered head to toe in unsightly scars, in which I do the bare minimum, I guess I just have to admit it. I have a serious case of baby face. This hasn't been an issue, but it must have been noticed because it tied directly into my assignment. I was sent in as a new high school student, finishing off the last part of the year. I was given a strict schedule to shave and make sure I blended in. Alone, I would stand out as slightly older, but amongst the crowd, I blended in well enough. The education departments mixed through all years, segmented between elementary and high school. So despite being years apart in the schooling system, I was able to observe the prisoner on occasions. In class, I was instructed that I did not need to participate in learning unless observed by the prisoner, which never came up.
Good.
And so, I used that time to take meticulous
Ooh,
notes
that-
on anything
that
I
thing, huh?
observed.
I don't know
I
what the hell
learned
that
her
shit
name was
was.
Emily,
How you feel?
and that
What
she got
happened?
on well enough in school.
I went to the bathroom, right?
However,
Mhm.
there was a planned event.
I ain't gonna lie. I took a shit. Damn. I thought I started throwing up. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
But not, it's not bad though. I'm used to it.
Okay.
So I just threw up and then I just finished my shit. Got it.
Crazy
But your
shit.
favorite sexy nigga is back. Your favorite sexy nigga is back. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
Guys, we'll end it at 30 likes. That's fair, right?
What?
30 likes.
In what?
The live stream.
Alright, bet.
We're almost there. What's that, 8 more?
Yeah.
Also, guys, we're gonna conclude.
Since
We're not
I was
concluding it
new
right
in
now.
town,
Video's almost done.
Emily's parents invited me over for dinner, keeping up the facade of a friendly, welcoming town. Alongside me was an actor who posed as my mother. I handed over the envelope containing the script to my mother, and we studied it together for hours to make sure everything lined up. My mother played a single parent, and I had lived with my father for most of my life. However, she came back into the picture through letters, and I had decided to reach out and live with her for a bit to mend our relationship. A believable story, and one that was so small it would be hard to poke holes in. We drilled the script, adding information for us to sync up with in case anything else came up. The meal went well. Because it was under the guise of meeting new people, we managed to detail their family life in a public setting. Overall, they reviewed well, and I noted how stable everything seemed. However, unexpected to Emily's parents, my mother pulled them to another room to crack open a bottle of wine, away from the pressures of keeping up appearances with her parents. This is something we struggled with in previous.
Look, guys,
What?
I feel like he's just yapping.
I'm wrong. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but it was actually a good video. So, for part 3, we're gonna work on that one tomorrow. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And this was a great video. This was pretty cool. It was more chill. It wasn't like anything spooky, get out of your skin kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was just more so like it'll have you just on the ropes and like just wondering. But with that being said, we will look for videos that'll have niggas arm hair raising,
Bro, something that would get you like spooked, jump scare your shit,
spooked
nigga.
out, real scared.
We got you.
And until next time, the people on the live stream, y'all gonna see this video when I post it, but when I drop it. But yes, stay blessed and see you guys later.
Love.